Hey guys, and thank you for watching. Today I'm here to bring you a review on this stick foundation here. It is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation. Now I know that this foundation is not necessarily new to the market. I think it's been out for maybe like a year or so. But stick foundations have taken the makeup industry to a whole new level. They're super popular and I've been wanting to try one out for a while. I asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted to see a review on this foundation, even though it's not new to the market, and you guys said yes. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on this stick foundation here, please go ahead and keep watching. Now, I did decide to purchase this stick foundation over the Hourglass or Anastasia one for one main reason. I've been looking at these stick foundations for a while, and I do have dry skin. So the Hourglass foundation and the Anastasia foundation have been said to be more drying and to cling to dry patches, whereas I've heard other beauty bloggers say that the Makeup Forever foundation was very nice for dry skin because it didn't cling to dry patches and it gave a little bit of a luminous or dewy finish. I've been trying it out for about a month now, so I feel like I've really come up with a solid opinion on this product. Now, before I go ahead and tell you how I feel about it, I do want to give you a little bit of information. I'm looking on the Sephora website, and this Ultra HD Stick Foundation retails for $43. They did just get some new shades. I'm in the shade 120, which is Y245. Now, just a couple things to note when you're trying to find your shade in this foundation. I do believe the Y stands for yellow, and then there's an R, like the shade 115 is R230, and I believe that stands for red. So if you do have a warmer skin tone, you'll probably want to go with a Y shade for your yellow undertones, but if you do have a cooler toned, more reddish, pinkish skin tone, then you'll probably want to go for one of the R shades. Like I said before, this retails for $43, and there are 0.44 ounces. So normally a liquid foundation would come with 1 fluid ounce, whereas this foundation only has 0.44 ounces. I do believe that it has more product than both the Hourglass and the Anastasia foundations. Now, the Anastasia one is cheaper. I think it's like $25, and the Hourglass one I do believe is a little bit more expensive and you get less product. So I felt like I was getting good bang for my buck here with this stick foundation. On the Sephora website, the claims are that this stick foundation is supposed to create a flawless complexion on camera and to the naked eye. It was developed specifically for the film and TV industry's most advanced technology. It is completely invisible under the latest super focused 4K lens. So this foundation is basically supposed to be really good for pictures, for camera, for those types of things. So it does say on the Sephora website that this foundation contains amino acid coated pigments. So it's supposed to provide medium to full coverage, but it's supposed to feel lightweight and like a second skin type of texture. It's not supposed to be heavy looking. They claim that it will give you a natural looking radiant finish. It's formulated with hyaluronic spheres for time released hydration and is perfect for normal to dry skin. Ideal for foundation touch-ups and contouring, it can be applied at home or on the go for a flawless complexion. Now, how do I feel about this foundation? I do notice that when I put this foundation on, it does give me a luminous finish. So I do feel like it is good for dry skin in that sense. I don't know if you can tell on camera that my skin looks pretty glowy. I just have some highlight. I have the Marc Jacobs Do You Skin Drops as a highlight. I did actually get this product for free in my Influenster box, but that's a whole nother story. But I'm trying that out. The only place that I put that highlight though was on the high points of my cheeks. Everything else, I just have this foundation here. I did prime my skin with the Too Faced Hangover RX primer, but that doesn't give you a dewy or a luminous finish. So I do believe that I'm getting this dewy look from this stick foundation here. The only thing I noticed is I put my foundation on, then I did my eyes, and I went to go back in with concealer, and my skin felt a little bit tacky. I'm not normally someone who puts powder all over my face since I do have dry skin. However, I do think that setting your face would be beneficial when using this product, just because my skin did feel a little tacky and it was almost like it just didn't dry down completely. I still didn't set my whole face, so when I touch the outer perimeters or my chin, it does still feel like almost like it's just a little bit tacky. But since my skin is so dry, I just really can't set my whole face. So that is a little bit of a con for me. I do feel like it went on pretty flawlessly. The only thing is I can see, excuse my nail, I can see the pores in my cheeks right here. I do have larger pores. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I can see my pores. I didn't use a pore filling primer, but I don't normally, and I just feel like, I don't know, like I can really see my pores with this foundation. It is super convenient to be in a stick form. It's really nice to just slap this where you want it, and I prefer a beauty blender over a brush when blending it in, but I feel like this foundation blends really nicely. It does soak into my skin and it doesn't feel heavy like the claims say. I don't feel like I'm wearing a ton of foundation on my face. However, I don't know that I would say that this was full coverage upon first application. Medium coverage, yes, I can see that. Can you build it up? Absolutely. But I don't think my first application would be a full coverage. I would say that it's more medium. It's not quite light. It's a little bit more coverage than like the Urban Decay Naked Skin, but still not quite full coverage. So if you're looking for full coverage upon first application, I don't think this is what you're looking for, but you can build it up. It blends really nice into the skin and it feels really comfortable. The only thing I've noticed longevity wise, I do notice that toward the end of the day, you know, after maybe 5, 6, 7 hours, foundation does start to break up around my nose. That is common with my dry skin for some other foundations, so just be aware if you're a dry skin girl and you get some dry patches around your nose that this will kind of cling to them or start to break up toward the end of the day. But overall, if I had to rate this stick foundation on a scale from 0 to 5, I would say that it's a 3.5. I do like it. It's not my favorite. I definitely think it will be convenient when I'm traveling because you don't have to travel with a liquid. It's super convenient to just slap on and go. However, it does break up a little bit in some drier areas of my face toward the end of the day, and it does enhance some of my larger pores. So those are some of my cons. I do enjoy the luminous glow that it gives me, but it does also feel a little bit tacky on the skin. So those are just a few of my pros and cons. I do like the foundation. I will probably repurchase it when I use it up. I do think it is a nice foundation overall, but it's just not one of my favorites. That's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If there are more products that you're interested in me reviewing, please let me know in the comments down below. I really like doing reviews and they tend to go over really well on my channel, but I do want to make sure that I'm reviewing things that you guys are interested in. So let me know what you want to see. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out if you're not already, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.